Header, second half, boys basketball action. I'm Doug Capella, flanked by my co-host Paul Breece. The WCTV Game of the Week, pitting the hometown Nolensville Knights against the visiting Centennial Cougars. Should be a good one here, Coach.
Well, if you're basing it on your atmosphere here, it's getting exciting already.
Student section live and rowdy. Got the band going for a Friday night, rocking here in Nolensville.
Yeah, and I know Coach Moore for the Centennial Cougars is going to try to get back on that winning train, and they lost the other night to their crosstown rival Franklin High School in a close matchup, let's just say that. And this is a very talented Centennial group. Very quick on defense. Oh.
Jaden Clark on the drive, draws the foul. So just like that, one foul in the books for the Cougars. Jaden Clark has the ball, he's looking. Dishes it to number 4, Carter Henniger. Back inside to Pring. Pring's looking. Misses the layup. Centennial is going to push the ball up. That's number 3, Burnett. Burnett finds Reed. Reed to the outlet to number 2. It's going to be Malachi Moore on the miss from 3.
And we got a call from under the basket official, which is kind of unusual, but it looks like it's going to be on 4, Carter Henniger. Now we understand why we missed the shot earlier. We didn't have all the lights turned on. And now we're going to have hang on just a second. Gave the ball to the wrong group. Centennial, Nolensville doing a nice job trying to say, I'll take that. You don't want it, I'll take it.
Hey, if the official's going to give you the ball.
Yep.
Lee out to Moore, who hits from 3.
Yep, the senior said, now I can see the basket.
Henniger takes the ball up. Looking for, it's going to be number 24, Jaden Clark. Jaden Clark out to Pring. Pring to Henniger. Pring dishes it inside to Jaden again. Jaden Clark goes up and in for 2.
Yeah, so we're going to see and hear a lot of Jaden Clark, the junior. He is a very talented young man.
Henniger on the defense. Comes up top. Ball's swung to the outside. Back up top, number 0, Reed. Reed is looking. Driving. Post outside again to number 3, Luke Burnett, who's off. Rebound by Henniger. Henniger's pushing it up court. Number 5 on the drive, that's going to be B.J. Hall.
The freshman.
Freshman.
Well, I got to say this, Doug. I don't know if you know this or not, or saw it. 22 for Nolensville, Ethan Bennett doing a good job in the post defense down there, not giving number 33, Miles Catawalla, a lot of opportunity. Miles Catawalla, by the way, played a tremendous game last week in our WCTV Game of the Week and is a big-time factor on both sides of the ball. But you see Bennett right here, 22, just trying to go one-on-one here defensively.
Well, living in the community here, Ethan Bennett, it's just a miracle he's playing basketball. He was in a pretty significant accident last year involving an automobile, did significant damage to his leg. Oh, wow. And so here he is back out on the court. And like you said, playing some pretty stout defense.
And it looks like we got a defensive change right there. It looks like Lucas Pring, the 6'7" junior, has come in, and
Miles Catawalla drove.
Well, that's going to be, not Tanner Lee.
Tanner Lee.
I don't know if you remember Tanner Lee. We've said his name on WCTV Football Games of the Week many times, along with his counterpart out there, 0 Dominic Reed. And if you wanted to pick a preseason favorite for the 2023 season, you may want to go with the Centennial Cougars. I don't know.
Talking to Coach Moore in the pregame, he was saying that this Nolensville area, he predicts in the next 5 years will be a hotbed for athletics in Williamson County.
Well,
Henniger quick to get the miscue on the Knights, gets the ball back out to number 5, B.J. Hall. B.J. Hall looking over the floor, gets it back to, Ethan Bennett. Bennett to Henniger, Henniger to Jaden Clark. Clark stops, drops, shoots, bam.
Wow.
Just like that, tied up 4-4 in what's been a fast-paced first quarter.
Yeah, you got range like that. Jaden Clark, about a 12-footer right there.
Malachi Moore operating the floor, dishes it over to 15, Titus Tagatali. Dominic Reed looking, backing in, B.J. Hall backing in. Lee back out to Tagatali. Henniger with good pressure, Pring at top.
That's a tough matchup.
Draws the foul, gets the bucket. Dominic Reed's going to go to the line.
Dominic Reed answers the bell. He is just a tough draw defensively.
14 for the Knights checks in. That's going to be Trent Rodefeld. Adam McCullen also checking in for the Knights. Cullen checks in for Bennett. You wonder if he's just trying to get some height in there for a better matchup.
Oh.
Ball goes in and out, so the score remains 6-4 in favor of the visiting Centennial Cougars. Clark dribbles up, out to Henniger. Clark on the outside, looking inside, looking in, still in.
Oh, that's so nice.
Inside move. Jaden Clark for another quick 2. Going to Clark early and often, Coach, as you noticed, seems to be the focal point of this Knights offense.
So the Cougars in for a fight. Dominic Reed says, I'll try to answer that.
And
silky smooth. Wow.
Henniger has the ball, brings it up court. Out to Clark on the wing. Dishes it into Pring, who's backing down his defender. Goes in strong.
Oh.
Draws the foul.
Catawalla thought it was clean.
This Knights team last year, Coach, just ravaged by injury. 2 players, torn ACLs.
We got a new coach, is that correct?
New coach also, yep, that's right. Some would say this Knights team underperformed last season.
Well, 8-19 last year.
By most accounts, that might be underperforming, I would think, at least to the
from the record
eye of
standpoint.
the untrained fan.
Well, there's 2 misses right there by Pring. So
Cougars bring it right back down the court.
Tanner Lee coming at a different
Tanner
speed.
Lee dishes it. Missed shot to the outside. Henniger goes up strong, but steps out of bounds. Centennial out to the wing, back up top to Lee. Tagatali has the ball, dishes it over to Moore. Moore to Lee. Lee drives inside, back out to Tagatali, shoots for 3, misses. Last touch by Centennial. Ball will go to Nolensville. Score is 8-6 in favor of the visiting Cougars. Clark brings it up, looks, has turnover on the inside there. Trent Rodefeld.
Oh!
Cougars turn it into a quick 2 points. which prompts a timeout
Jason Harris.
by the Knights.
Jason Harris for the Knights went down hard right there. So the Nolensville High School, listen, I was just gazing over the roster we were given here, and the assistant coaches to Coach Judici, Matt Bonds. He was a longtime Brentwood High assistant for with even Dennis King when he was there. Ron Brock, longtime Page High School girls coach. I mean, he surrounded himself with some quality assistant coaches, which is hard to find nowadays.
It's hard to find any coaches now.
Yeah.
Coach.
And the third assistant, Ben Wright. And it's Jeremy Moore. You talked about the head coach for Centennial, Cam Miller. I think he's a former Independence High School player, if I'm not mistaken. And Coach Moore, I believe, had a stint down at Independence. If I'm
He did. That would be correct. Turnover on the Knights. Ball's going to go back to Centennial. Your score here, 10-6 in favor of the Cougars. Reed out to Lee. Lee passes it back up top to Burnett. Inside now to Kadawala. Looking, gets it out to number 3, Burnett, who drains a wide open three-pointer.
You said it, wide open.
Centennial starting to pull away a little bit from Nolensville. Freeing out to Clark.
Yeah,
Clark thinks better of it, gets it back up top.
Nolensville got to find a Jaden Clark here, see if he can get a shot. There he is. Oh, that was straight charge, yeah.
Gets Clark on the charge.
Kadawala took a wall up right there.
He took the body but got the charge call.
And he is grimacing just a hair on the. That looks like me getting up in the mornings.
With no contact.
With no contact. Maybe I took out the trash the night before to the road. I don't know. Ugh.
Centennial brings it up. Reed looking inside.
Wow, just bullying in. Just bullying in.
Just misses the roll. Gets the foul. Will shoot 2. First shot is up and in.
So when you're talking about a substitution pattern, Coach Moore really sticking with kind of a 7-man rotation. For Nolensville, we've seen at least, what,
Fruit
10?
basket turnover,
I mean, 10 maybe?
Shots up, no good. Nolensville on the rebound. Centennial providing the pressure. Straight man up and down the court. Gets it inside to Pring. Pring dishes it out. Shots up, just outside, no good. Centennial gets the rebound, goes up court. Centennial looking to work the inside, nothing there, dishes it out. Back inside to Reed. Reed's
Don't let him have a. Yeah, I was going to say.
Dishes it outside to J.P. Young, who shoots and misses.
Oh, no.
Knights players collide and the ball goes out of bounds. Centennial will benefit from just some sloppy play here, Coach, on the Knights' defensive side of the ball.
Oh.
Ball's inbounded.
Whoops.
Maybe one extra step there, Coach.
Yeah, I think Coach Moore's like, I guess we got it.
Nolensville's going to get another chance here. Now down by 8.
We're almost done here with the first quarter. The action, excuse me, Doug, is kind of slowed down. Because we had a barrage of scoring early on.
Early on, it was pretty fast-paced, but you're right. I think some turnovers and sloppy play kind of slowed the game down, which I think benefits Nolensville if they can get it slowed down.
Oh, and a foul, and one.
And one. There you go. Henniger on the basket takes the lumps, gets the 2, and is going to go for 3.
Fouls on senior J.P. Young. 1 for him, 4 for the Cougars. And I don't know if you can I just now looked at the scoreboard, but that time ran out right there. So at the end of the first quarter, 14-8, your score by the Centennial Cougars. This whole second quarter, is going to be shooting free throws. You know, the Knights already in 6 fouls. The Cougars going to be in the bonus on the next foul.
So what you're telling me is we're going to be doing some overtime here tonight.
Well, we're not going to be. Yeah, absolutely. A lot of clock stoppage. Unless all of a sudden we're starting to let them play a little bit. But, you know, you had mentioned Nolensville, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, is now moving up to the higher classification in football.
That is correct. And Centennial's moving down.
Down, that's right. So just kind of switching. And so in basketball, I believe they're in 4A, the top classification in basketball as well. So I don't know if you can tell me the enrollment in Nolensville, but here's what I do know. There's a lot of land out here. A lot of people. We got a lot of
land is becoming less. And I think Nolensville hovers around 2,000.
Wow.
Just under 500 a class, I think.
I don't know when the school was built what the capacity was, but they may now realize,
Well, and I believe last year, you know, this is just a pattern of growth. Mill Creek Elementary was at 117% capacity.
Wow.
Teachers in broom closets, I think.
Put them on a cart and let them roll around.
So, yeah, its area is growing by leaps and bounds, and I think there's no less than 3 new huge housing areas going in. So Nolensville seems to be the place to be right now. Cougars get the ball to start the second period. Johnson, who's looking around, gets it out to Lee. Ball shifts around. Back over to Johnson, back in to Reed. Reed dishes it out for the 3.
And Luke Burnett.
As my coach would say, you might want to put a guy on that.
You may. Well, that's what happens when you have a guy like Dominic Reed who catches it in the post and is got. Oh, just kidding. Johnson got a foul right there, but Dominic Reed, when the ball in his hands, can make things happen and create open shots for his teammates for sure.
Well, and what you're going to get with a Centennial or any coach or any team coached by Jeremy Moore, they're going to have hustle, they're going to fight everywhere he's been, Laverne, Independence, and now Centennial.
And that's a nice move right there by Pring, the junior. And a good job by Tanner Lee not to foul.
Centennial working it on the perimeter.
And a nice dipsy-do there by Luke Burnett.
MJ Taylor for the Knights bringing it up. Dishes it out, working the perimeter now are the Knights. Looking for the inside.
Oh, how about that?
3-point long ball in and out. Centennial quickly back up court. It's like you said, Coach, drawing a lot of presence to the inside and then just dishing it out for the 3. Centennial again working the outside, back inside to Reed.
And just
works.
I was going to say a tough matchup, but Reed just misses. Opportunity for Nolensville here to cut the lead to 7 or 6 here. How about that floater? Nope.
Floater said nope. And Centennial just right back.
Tanner Lee.
Wow. In the track race. Ball's going to go to Nolensville. Tanner Lee draws a second foul. Jaden Clark checks into the game. I was just going to say Clark was about to go on a milk carton, Coach. He's been out for a while. Back in the game. Must have been low on electrolytes or something, Coach.
Yeah. That's a good give and go. Oh, and no
Henniger.
call. And I think Coach Moore is looking underneath the basket saying, I can't believe he didn't call that foul.
Well, and we're going to make some substitutions here, and that's going to put, I believe Centennial is now 7 fouls.
So I guess I jinxed it because at the time Centennial only had 4. So that's 3. Clark
makes the first. And Clark makes the second. So pulls the lead to 7 for Centennial. I mean, Centennial, Coach, on offense, it's the 100-meter relay. They're just running down court.
Oh!
Contested
Yeah,
shot.
and he got fouled. Carter Henniger.
He's going to potentially shoot 3. I didn't know where his feet were, but he's definitely in that range. So he will be shooting 3. Foot's on the line, but he's counting. 0 for 1 from the line. Is this foot on the line here, Coach, or am I seeing things?
From our perspective, possibly.
Makes his second there. Number 3, Luke Madsen's going to check in for Henniger for the Knights. Madsen goes 2 for 3. Correction, Burnett goes 2 for 3 from the line. Cougars back up by 9. Ball's out to Clark. Clark drives. Strong move, but contact there at the last minute on the ball.
Oh.
Good play by Lucas Pring to get the ball out of bounds for what surely was going to be potentially 2 points on the fast break. Centennial working the perimeter, looking inside. Ball's out to 15. Gets it out to 3. Luke Burnett. Luke Burnett's going to shoot. Ball bounces out. Clark on the rebound. And here goes the Nolensville Knights up the court looking. Dishes to the wing. Back outside. Looking to penetrate. Nothing there. Back outside. Ethan Bennett back in the game. Looking for Clark on the inside. Still driving, moving, gets the 2.
Yep.
Pulls it back within 7. Clark making his money on the inside here tonight, Coach. Centennial still working the perimeter. Looking for something to cross.
Centennial kind of taking the air out, but oh! And they called 3 seconds on Catawalla.
Catawalla's called for 3 seconds. He's
oh my.
potentially disagreeing with the call there, Coach, as players often do. Regardless of the disagreement, it's going to be Nolensville's ball here. Bennett's back out of the game. MJ Taylor bringing it up court. Taylor to Pring. Pring gives it to Adam McCullen. Pring out to Taylor. Taylor will shoot a 3. Centennial got the rebound, but tiptoed out of bounds. It's going to be the Knights' ball. McCullen's going to take it in here for the Knights. McCullen shoots the threes off.
Got over the back call here. So Malachi Moore is going to shoot 1-and-1 here. I don't think the Centennial student section got the memo. Kind of quiet. Well, we do have some excited fans around us for sure.
Most certainly. Centennial extends the lead back to 9.
Oh, here we go, a little full court pressure. Without Dominic Reed and Tanner Lee, which are normally your...
Nolensville has not been able to hit the 3 ball yet tonight. Points coming from inside the paint. Clark takes it up top, looking. Back down inside to McCullen. McCullen's got the size, goes inside. Misses on the inside move. Cougars running it back.
So Nolensville actually did a great job right there on the switch.
Jaden Clark on the block. Ball goes to the Knights. Taylor looking. Has McCullen up top. McCullen back to Taylor. Taylor inside to Clark. Clark triple team, gets the basket anyway. Drops 2, brings it back within 7.
Extend the 2-3 here. Maybe stick somebody at the high post. There he is.
Catawalla missteps, gets the ball out. And
and a great
the foul, gets the basket. Going to shoot to see if he can convert the 3.
It was a great move by Patton.
2 minutes to go here in the second period. Centennial with a chance to extend the lead to 10, and they do.
Yeah. Comes a freshman, Carter Ezel, number 24, and Dominic Reed back.
Clark gets it to Taylor. Taylor pauses, brings it up. Knights start setting up the offense. Taylor out to Pring. Pring gets it back to Clark, who now has Dominic Reed on the assignment. Pring with the good inside move, drops 2 on him. Cuts the lead to 8 for Centennial. Centennial up top, gets it in the Reed. Reed drives and he draws the foul.
Yeah.
Any number of Knights could have been called, but they give it to Jaden Clark. Reed will shoot 2. Makes his first one. Ethan Bennett and Jason Harris check into the game for the Knights. Reed makes a second shot, and there you have it. 28-18 is the score as we wind down the second period. 1 minute, 20 seconds left.
This is a little zone press right here, Doug, which you rarely see in boys because they can pass over the top just like that. Pring couldn't make it yet, but he
takes a hard foul, misses the first shot, but he'll go to the line and shoot 2. Nolensville breaks the press. 2 guys open underneath. Pring's going to shoot 2 from the line.
Catawalla is the one that got called right there. Coach Moore is like, wait a minute. I don't even think he was around the play.
Pring makes his first. Cuts the lead back to single digits at 9. Second shot is up and good. Nolensville draws to within 8. Just over a minute to play here in the second period.
Well, now Nolensville trying to one up here with the zone press.
Whatever you do, I can do better, Coach. No foul here, though, committed by Nolensville just yet.
Yeah, Nolensville did the right thing. They didn't let Centennial get an easy basket off their zone press. Now they're extending that 2-3. And look for the Cougars maybe just to hold for one here.
No shot clock in high school basketball, Coach.
Absolutely not. And Burnett and Malachi Moore not in the game. They're 3-point shooters. So got a kind of interesting mesh of players for the Cougars. Here we go. We got 10 seconds. It's usually go time. And this is the freshman. Had the ball in his hands. 2-1. You got to shoot it.
Well, you took a minute off the clock and missed the shot, Coach. That's going to bring us to halftime here in your WCTV doubleheader game of the week. Nolensville Knights hosting the Centennial Cougars. Your score, the visiting Cougars 28, Knights 20. Back after the half. Here we go, second half. Back at you on our doubleheader game of the week. The Centennial Cougars, the visiting squad here into Nolensville, currently have the lead at 28-20. Cougars story first half, generate inside pressure, dish it out to your shooters. The shooters were successful. Nolensville, though, doing just enough to hang around. Single-digit lead right before the end of the half. Nolensville will get the ball here to start the third period. Jaden Clark, the standout, 12 points in the first half, 12 of the 20. He was the go-to for the Knights in most of their offense.
Oh, great save.
Safe play there, out to Pring. Pring hits the 3, draws it to within 5, and just like that, Coach, we got a ball game.
Well, it's going to be, I never thought it was going to be a ball game. I think Coach Moore thought maybe that ball was out of bounds. We'll see if Dominic Reed and Tanner Lee, who were kind of quiet that first half.
Coach Moore having a discussion with the official on the sideline there. I don't think
here
the official's really having it.
Oh, I thought Reed was.
Bennett and Moore inside. Bennett with the defense. Clark with the block, but before the block, it looked like a foul was called.
Nope, no foul. I think it was a travel.
Travel. There you go. Henniger got in a little bit of foul trouble. Back in the game, bringing the ball up. Feeds it to Clark on the outside. Clark's looking back into Henniger. Henniger backs his man down, gets doubled there. Back into Clark. Clark spins, misses. Rebound, Pring. Pring goes back up strong, draws the foul. Knights got a little vinegar there at halftime, Coach.
Coach Gadice is had some, something up his sleeve right here for the second half. I had to double check the pronunciation of
Gadice.
Coach Gadice.
Pring sinks his first basket.
It's basically been Pring and Clark here in the for the Knights in the scoring column.
Pring 4 for 4 tonight from the free throw line. Just like that, Coach, 25-28. Knights a possession away from tying the ball game.
And at halftime, I was told that the Knights have been in a lot of close games. Unfortunately, just couldn't finish some of these close games. So we'll see right here.
Another travel call here. Coach Moore beside himself opts to stay silent here. Nolensville bringing the ball back up. MJ Taylor looking, feeds to Clark. Clark back out to Bennett. Bennett with the head fake. Back out to Clark. Clark dishes it over to Henniger. Henniger for three, misfires on what was bad form on the shot. Quick shot, not good form. And just like that, Cougars have possession. Centennial on the perimeter. Reed looking to bring it inside, dishes it out to their three-point man, Luke Bennett. Bennett back to Reed.
We see a lot of the Cougars' offense is basically one-on-one kind of action, that really no screening involved. And so they're having a hard time getting a good look, just trying to dribble, trying to get around that corner, but Nolensville doing a great job on the defensive end. Double team.
Lee with the shot, misses from three. Henniger on the rebound. Henniger pushing it up court. MJ Taylor drives inside, stops, back out to Henniger. Henniger looking, gets Clark. Correction, MJ Taylor.
Oh, that was
Taylor misses.
Great move, good back door. Yeah.
Just missed there on the finish. The Knights score 5 points in the first 2 minutes, and there hasn't been any scoring since then on either side. Lee back over to Reed. Reed size up for three. In and out, clangs.
Good box out.
Bennett on the rebound. Henniger up. MJ Taylor looking back to Henniger. Henniger stops and pops, and good. 1 point ball game, Coach.
Wow.
Knights on a 7-0 run here to open the second half.
Well, I thought maybe Jeremy Moore would have called a timeout right there, but he's going to let him play on. And there's a good reason.
Right there.
Oh, no.
Wide open and a miss on Lee, who had the whole backboard to himself, Coach.
Well, you're talking about Coach Moore being beside himself.
Henniger working it around. Pring looks, goes inside, out to Taylor. Taylor shoots the three off the front of the rim. No good. Again, the Knights' struggles continue from the three-point line.
Oh, it's a great dish. And
three
one.
Dishes gets one. Lead back up to three.
Well, that's where Centennial's offense really shines right there. A little transition offense where they don't have to do many half-court sets right there. And they got the easy basket by Reed and one.
Reed's going to shoot one free throw here. Makes the shot. Centennial goes back up by 4. Henniger looking up court, driving, dishes it out to the swing man, number 14 for 3. And the struggles again continue for the Knights. Trying to get the 3 ball to go and just no good. Lee out there for 3, and he could put on a Nolensville jersey after that 3-point shot.
Kadawala, way to track down the rebound right there, and foul on number 22, Ethan Bennett.
32 about to check in for the Knights. Adam McCullen, they seem listed as a center here on the roster, but they swing him out to shoot the 3 ball from time to time. Kadawala back over to number 2, Moore.
Oh, great dish.
Kadawala inside, and Centennial answer him back.
And there's the timeout.
Pushes it up to 6 points again.
Right there.
Both teams back and forth this second quarter, or third quarter rather.
Nolensville post play right there. They stepped up for the help off the drive, and Kadawala was the beneficiary on that pass. Opened up a 5-point lead. Now let's see if Coach Moore, after the timeout right here, what his plan is defensively. Maybe a challenge here. Try to get a stop. See if we can get this back out to a 10-point lead heading into the fourth quarter. First on the other side, you know, you had the Cougars basically on their heels right there for a moment.
Yeah. Well, and to the Cougars' credit, Coach, they responded, got their cool back about them, and pushed the lead back to 6 after opening up the half with an 8-point lead. Nolensville went on a 7-0 run, and then the Cougars went on a 5-0 run.
So full court press here.
Henniger doing well to keep the ball. Henniger driving up. Gets it out to Pring. Pring to McCullen. McCullen inside to Clark. Clark robbed of an and one there because that was going to be a basket, but gets fouled before he takes the shot. Probably a smart move here. Reed in for Catawalla. Henniger takes it into Bennett. Bennett out to McCullough. Henniger from the corner 3 misses just short on the 3.
Here comes the transition.
Then pushed up court. Lee drives the lane, draws the foul. Has a shot at 2.
So Centennial getting out off those rebounds is going to go to the foul, and that seems to be their.
Well, and when you have 0 and 1 in the game, Reed and Lee, they are going to push the floor and they are going to run down the court.
Yeah.
Lee makes his first shot. Lead back up to 7.
What do we got here?
It looks like a substitution. Came back out. So McCullen was in, came out, 21. Jonah Osborne went in and was forced to come back out for whatever reason. More importantly, Lee misses his second shot. Nolensville lead stands at, Centennial's lead rather stands at 7. Works it inside to Clark. Ball's touched out by Centennial.
Yeah, good
Nolensville
job.
will retain possession.
Burnett, nice job right there coming over the top defensively. When you're caught out of position, you do what you got to do.
Henniger taking the ball in. Gets it up top. Out to Bennett.
Oh,
Bennett inside
tough
to Clark.
pass.
Nice pass. Clark, 2. Lead down the 5 again for the Cougars.
Clark with great hands right there. There it is, the help, the hoop, and the harm almost by Dominic Reed. Again, the help came. Tanner Lee attracts a lot of attention, and Dominic Lee finishes it up. And now we're really getting to some.
Reed padding his own stats there with the miss, and the tip in and the bucket. Clark out in the perimeter. Over to Henniger. Henniger spins. Ball's tipped out, and Knights will retain possession.
Yeah. Have you gotten away with one right there on the foul?
To his credit, Henniger has had a lot of pressure placed on him moving the ball up court and has not turned the ball over. Inside to Bennett,
nice.
wide open. Misses the easy basket on the inside. Cougars rebound back up court.
You don't get too many open looks like that during the game.
Sometimes you can be too open, Coach.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Like, what's going on right now?
Centennial going to slow it down a little bit. And another job, and Dominic Reed just couldn't finish. And
Bennett on the rebound. Clark looking to go coast to coast.
Oh,
Trips.
Here we go.
Nothing called.
Tanner Lee going to finish.
Yes. And he does. So Clark on the fast break stumbles and falls, and the Knights pay for it as the Cougars convert on the fast break basket, extending the lead to 9. Clark showing obvious frustration here, trying to get the ball inside, and drawn a lot of attention from this Cougar defense.
A lazy pass.
Just complimented Henniger on not turning the ball over. And
Kenai Johnson going to turn the corner. And now the once was a Nolensville swing right here has just gone the opposite direction heading into the end of the third quarter, Doug.
Nolensville had the lead down to 3, and all of a sudden the Cougars extend it to the biggest lead of the night, which is 11.
Tough pass. Oh, my. Oh, and a block call.
MJ Taylor goes hard to the floor. Will go to the line and shoot 2. Got some moisture on the floor here, Coach.
Yeah.
Officials are looking for a towel.
Here's even the better part. They called that foul on the floor.
So he will not go to the line.
Nope.
I'm not sure how you call that one on the floor, but they do.
By the way, they had a rivalry game over at Franklin High. Brentwood-Franklin, senior night at Franklin. Brentwood girls are defeated the Lady Admirals 64-33. And then the
nail biter.
And then the Franklin boys are up 24-14 at halftime. Clock down. Clark.
So here we go, Coach. The largest lead of the night going into the fourth quarter, which is not what Nolensville wanted.
Oh, I think they cut it to within 2 or 3, right? If I'm not mistaken.
3, but then the Cougars, at that point, it was all the Cougars, and they extend the lead by 11.
Well, we also had Ravenwood girls defeated Independence girls tonight. Lady Patriots lost in overtime to Lincoln County. So again, when you know that it's senior night on certain games here late in the season, you know we're getting close to playoff time. Start of the fourth.
Well, the Knights are going to have to either figure how to get Clark the ball inside without turning it over or heat up from the three-point. Three-point's just not been there tonight for the Knights. I don't know that they've made one three-point basket. Oh, actually, I think they've made one.
Yep.
And that came actually in the third period. Centennial inbounds. Reed takes the ball, moves it up court. Gives it to Lee.
And Nolensville was trying to get an early trap and maybe a turnover right there. Didn't come away with it. And now Coach Moore is saying, let's back it out. And that is
Good
tough to
look
defend.
To
Yeah.
All the attention went to Reed trying to create a turnover. Lee went back door, easy pass and give. 2 points. And now the lead 13 for the Cougars.
Defensively, the Cougars can give any team fits with the speed that they have on the perimeter. Oh.
Bennett thought Henniger was going to move. Henniger did not move, and the ball glides out of bounds. Knights call a timeout.
Coach Gedice.
Coach
Not too
Gedice
pleased. Not too pleased
not
right now.
happy.
He's going to try to get his message across, right?
Going over his X's and O's over there.
There's the big student section. We talked about it earlier, the pep band, full force. And listen, anytime the PA guy's playing a song, the pep band seems to know it, and they play right along with it. So
you might have heard the band here ain't no joke, Coach.
It's not a joke. It is not a joke, ladies and gentlemen.
They are for real. So 6:54 left in the fourth quarter. Your score here on the Nolensville Centennial WCTV Game of the Week. Cougars 42, Knights 29.
Well,
Knights with the turnover. Henniger takes the ball down, looking, turns, nothing there, shoots, and nothing was there.
Wow, great defense. And here comes the press again. They're going to need some help. And there comes Burnett. Oh, my. Moore off the mark.
Missed. Clark rebounds. MJ Taylor brings the ball up. Gives it to Clark. Clark looking inside.
Oh, and he just ran him over. Dominic Reed just takes it like a champ. Owen up. And a shot by the student section right there.
Principal here on hand to take care of the unruly student section. It's like Lincoln Financial. They have a judicial system here within the walls. He will be adjudicated.
Those words are too fancy for what you just said. I have no idea. Here we go. Oh, and that's going to be a turnover.
Gonna be a turnover. And the ball will go to the Knights.
Sub again. Clark, who just came out of the game, right back in the game. Little offense defense substitution right here. Oh my!
Draws the foul. Clark does, but misses the basket. He will go to the line and shoot two.
Jaden Clark, a junior. He's going to see him again next year. I mean, it's going to be a scary thing because you got him, and then on the other side you got Dominic Reed and Tanner Lee, both juniors. It's going to be kind of a tremendous.
Pretty good ball player.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
It's good when they're young.
And
Jaden's got another year of eligibility.
You know, Miles Catawala is a senior, but right under the roster, number 50, Alex Catawala. Looks like his sophomore brother, who's actually listed at 6'3". Miles at 6'2". So here we go, a little press again.
Clark gets the lead down to 11, sinks both free throws.
Oh, that's just dangerous right there, Dominic Reed.
Reed misses on the inside.
Big board, number 10.
Nolensville trying to create pressure on defense.
Wyatt Lusty. There's a sighting right there of Pring, who we saw a lot of early on, but really had, well, that's just unfortunate right there. Two guys on the same team fighting for the ball.
Slow moving fourth quarter here.
Absolutely. You can't give up easy baskets. Oh, and we got one. No, just kidding. I was like, he's looking for help.
I thought they were going to give that to the Cougars, and I would have been astonished.
Yeah.
Here we go. Clark going to inbound here to Henniger. Henniger is going to take it up. Cougars not pressuring. Ball back to Clark. Clark to Henniger. Knights having a hard time assembling the offense here. 2 ill-advised passes that just go out of bounds. Cougars inbound. Knights still going to bring pressure. Cougars break the pressure, dish it. Charge called on the Cougars. Jaden Clark subbing in and out more than in the last 2 minutes than he has the whole game.
Then PK Subban for the Nashville Predators. David Legwand. I'm just going to throw some old school Predator hockey names out.
Jordan Tutu.
Oh, one of the man, I love that guy.
Back to Clark. Clark looking. Finds Henniger in the corner. Henniger dishes it to Bennett. Bennett back to Clark. Clark has a little bit of real estate to work with. Spins, gets inside, and misses. Clark clearly frustrated. Should have had an easy 2 points there. Lane opened up and he missed. Henniger back to Clark. Clark to Bennett. Henniger has the lane. Draws the foul, and he's going to go to the line and shoot 2. As it stands, the lead is at 11. Centennial has 7 fouls. Henniger makes his first shot. Gets the game back within 10.
Still halfway to go in the fourth quarter. I mean, anything can happen. I mean, you're going to be 3 possessions here on the make free throw.
So down by 9. See if the Knights can get a little life when the third quarter opened up. Looks like the Knights are just going to run pressure for the rest of the night.
And Malachi Moore makes him pay. That's the live or die kind of situation with the press right there.
The Dice has the board out here. He's going to draw some things up. What's not going to be on that board is a 12-point play, Coach.
Unfortunately, it's not. But with 2 minutes left, if you can be inside 10, I feel like Nolensville has at least got a little hope. Well, at Independence, they're playing Ravenwood right now. And the Eagles lead 25-18 over the Raptors.
Coach, if you were to pick your top 2 to make some noise out of Wilco this year, who would you say would be your top 2?
From the boys' side?
From the boys.
Ooh, that's a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure. I think this Cougar team has a shot for sure from the boys, but Independence. I mean, I was just kidding. Independence, hands down. They're the number 1 team in the state.
Clark spins, shoots, no good.
Oh, just kidding. Tip.
Henniger tips, ball goes out of bounds. Cougars will retain possession. Knights are going to have to be careful here to run high pressure. If they're down by 12, this could get out of hand pretty quickly. Cougars inbound. Goes to Reed.
Reed had the corner on Pring. Oh, Tanner Lee decides to let
Tanner
one fly.
Lee shoots the three up. No
Good
good.
box
MJ
out.
Taylor
Yeah.
gets the rebound. Taylor crosses it over.
Whoops, that may be a travel.
Drives.
Yeah.
Calls the travel. Centennial drives up. Reed in possession, getting double teamed here.
That's a
It's out to
problem.
Lee to Cadwalla. And Henniger is going to eat a lot of court there as he doesn't land on Cadwalla but lands on the floor. Shakes it off and he's up. Clark, to no one's surprise, checks back in. Cougars will inbound. Score, Cougars 45, Knights 33. Reed taking his time, drives inside,
Oh,
gets
that's
the
nice.
basket.
Just bullied his way down on Ethan Bennett.
Lead out to 14. Out to Taylor. Taylor crosses up into Clark. Ball's going to stay here. And Coach, you kind of alluded to this. The Knights have stayed close in a lot of their games and then kind of fizzle at the end, and I think that's what we're seeing here as the Cougars are pulling away with just over 2 minutes left in the game, up by 14, which was once a three-point game in the second half. Taylor goes around, looking, finds Clark. Clark spins on the inside, draws the foul. Cadwalla drawing a lot of contact tonight.
He's drawn a lot of contact, but the foul was on Malachi Moore. How about that?
Clark at the line so far, perfect 4 for 4. Make that 5 for 5.
I was going to say, are you going to jinx him?
I hope not, Coach.
Hope not.
Well, you jinxed him, I think.
Nope, and he's got it wide open here. Nice by Moore.
Henniger drives, has the shot. Foul on the Cougars, number 1.
Tanner Lee's like, wait a minute. I wasn't even near him. And Coach Moore from Centennial just having a chuckle. Up by 15 with a minute 50. What do you do?
You can laugh at that. If it was a 2-point game,
Yeah,
Coach
that-
Moore would be throwing a chair across the gym. So Henniger goes to the line,
Yeah.
makes his first shot. It's going to bring it back within 14.
And I think
Looks like we have some subs coming in.
we're
here.
going
23 is new to the lineup. It's Daniel Patton for the Cougars. Henniger sinks his second basket. It's going to make it 13. Coach Moore gets his starters back at Just kidding. Still putting some bench players in
Yeah.
here.
well, when you still got Tanner Lee in the game. you
Tanner
can bring-
Lee is not a bench player.
No. Oh, that's a great pass to number 23.
Patton, fresh in the game, sinks his first bucket of the night.
The freshman.
Taylor drives the lane,
That's a nice move.
gets 2. Minute and a half left in the game.
Whoops. Here comes the fifth gear. Oh, that was a nice pass. Kanai Johnson, the beneficiary on that play by Patton.
Lead up to 15 for the Cougars. Back out to Taylor. Taylor out to 3. Drives the lane, blocked from behind, and the foul.
Yeah.
It's going to be Luke Madsen driving into the paint and gets fouled. He will go to the line and shoot 2. Madsen hits his first free throw. Cougars clear the bench here. Put all the reserves in, as do the Knights, minus Henniger and Taylor.
Still going to bring a little pressure. Not conceding quite yet, but they better get it across. Whoops, we're going backwards. 7, 8, 9. Timeout. Coach Moore, he had an internal clock.
The good ones do. I probably would have had a 10-second violation there.
Yeah, well, 43.7 seconds of our WCTV Boys Game of the Week. Paul Breece. Doug Capella, 53-40 here at Nolensville. Centennial is going to probably pull this one out. Next week, Doug Capella. I think you're at Page High School next week.
Page and both of my old stomping grounds. Worked for Page and Fairview High School. How about that?
It's a battle of the Doug Capella trophy.
Or as they also call it, the Battle of 840.
That's correct. Centennial gets it across. Clock going to continue to run. These guys are going to look to score if they can. And that is high and arching. Almost brought some freezing rain right there.
Oh, foul was called, but I think 21 there for the Knights. Jonah Osborne was like, come on.
Well, miss by number 10, Wyatt Lusty. That's going to make it a 12-point game with 28 seconds left. And we are going to have clock malfunction. That was 0.3 second difference. Not sure why. We had to stop it and do it again, but there we go. Centennial going to turn the ball over, 15 seconds and counting. And another turnover, back to back. And we are going to pull it out. Coach Moore says, pull it out, everybody. We're all good. 2 and 1.
There you have it, ball game.
Ball game.
WC TV Game of the Week. Cougars come into Knights territory, steal a victory, 53-41. I'm Doug Capella. It's Paul Breece. WC TV Game of the Week, calling it a night, folks. Have a good weekend.